I spent a lot of time talking about connection, cooperation, collaboration, and connection. And today I had a chance to connect, and I did a pretty poor job of it. I was walking into my condo for lunch and ran into a guy down by the elevator, and I said, "How you doing?" Like we all do throughout a "How you doing?" without really much regard for how the dude is doing. And in my 57-year-old ears, I didn't really hear his response all that effectively. And I was in a hurry. I had to get up the elevator, grab a quick shake, get back to the office for a conference call. Um, so I wasn't fully engaged and I wasn't hearing him very clearly. But when I said, "How are you doing?" as I stepped into the elevator, his comment was, "Not very well." And then he looked at me. And I said, "Well, that's not good news," because I didn't know what else to say. And I stepped into the elevator and I went on my way like we often do. And I was struck by the fact that I didn't really care. I didn't ask the question because I cared. I wasn't really trying to connect. I just gave a salutation that has become consistent with "good morning." And that's what I should have said was "good morning" or "good afternoon" or whatever instead of "how are you doing?" because it didn't matter to me how he was doing because I got in the elevator and boogied. But the elevator trip up to my condo and the subsequent time after that left me wondering what's going on with this guy that he would answer my question, my relatively innocuous question, with a fairly serious response. As good fortune, or as the universe, or as Providence would have it, as I was coming back to my condo to drop off my mail, he was coming down the elevator as I was going up. Same guy. I said, "Hey, how are you doing?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "I asked you before. You responded. It wasn't what I was expecting." And I kind of blew it off. And I'm sorry, but are you okay? Which led to a conversation. I took a chance. I felt embarrassed, but he wasn't okay. So a brief encounter gave him a chance to tell me his story. I got to share a little bit about myself. And I basically said to him, "Look, you got some stuff going on that's not great, but you also have an opportunity in this day to walk out that door and run into somebody that you might not even know and have something good or positive or encouraging to say to them that can make a difference in their life." And I'm not here to fix all your problems. I'm sure our little conversation didn't fix much of what you really need to have fixed. But your mindset about what needs to be fixed and what you need to do to contribute to your own success is huge. And when you start putting those things in play, then I think things start to line up to bring about other facilitators, people, environments, circumstances that start to align in order to bring about outcomes that are maybe better than you could have expected. Anyway, I'm a guy that talks a lot about connection. I blew a chance to connect, and somehow Providence gave me a second chance at that connection, and it proved to be fruitful. No big aha. I didn't change this guy's life. He didn't change mine, but I corrected a mistake of asking a question I didn't really care about the answer to by asking a deeper question and demonstrating that he's a human being, his life matters, and I should have at least acknowledged that when we encountered the first time. So today, as you're bumping about the world, maybe you're going to bump into somebody. Be careful what you ask them and be ready to give a response to whatever it is they say. Otherwise, don't ask. Just walk through life like the zombies we sometimes are, and I sometimes am. To your success as you define it, have a fantastic day.